fast rolling. So guys, welcome back. You're watching the Gigabyte Dota Masters Tournament. This is Aeon on the Radiant side, and they're up against DK, and this is Group A action. Now DK are looking very, very strong in this group. In fact, the only team that's really gonna get, like, Aeon are gonna give them a bit of a run for their money, I hope. But their big clash coming up will be against eHome. That will occur week 3, hopefully. But yeah, it'll basically be a rematch from the PD2 for them.
Oh yeah, and I assume most people know how that ended with eHome's Morphling getting a bit too farmed here, though, up against a Singaporean team, Aeon. Aeon, who actually recently beat Mith.trust. They're currently sitting, I believe, on 2 wins and the 1 loss in this group, having just the loss against Absolute Legends. So they're doing pretty well. They've got this match as well as eHome coming up, though. So 2 very tough matches, 2 matches against some of the best that China has to offer. And we're seeing some quick bans coming out. Darkseer as well as Lycan being banned from Aeon. I like the Darkseer ban. Hero DK have been using quite frequently. And Chen Invoker being banned by DK.
Yeah, the other thing that DK have been using, actually DK himself, the Dragon Knight, they have been using him very effectively and very frequently from what we've been watching. And also that Anti-Mage. Everybody is completely and utterly, honestly, scared of Burning's Anti-Mage with good reason, although eHome took it. It wasn't so much, I wouldn't say so much the Morphling, because honestly, Anti-Mage was more farm than Morphling. DK's Anti-Mage was farming like crazy. Burning was going off his tits as usual. It was just the team fights at the end. They got Anti-Mage caught out. They let him sit at the front, and the blinking Rust just shut him down before he could do a damn thing. And I think that was just a relatively simple mistake that they could have avoided. And in the end, once Burning was down, there was nothing to answer the Morphling. It was just, he was farmed. Obviously, they didn't shut down the Morphling's farm. It was just that DK was farming faster and harder was the main thing. But there we go. The Brewmaster also banned. One last ban. I'm just wondering if we'll see the Prophet ban again. Chen has been banned off, although Prophet has been slipping through into the secondary banning phase, or sometimes not at all.
Yeah, he is a hero that has been phased out a little bit here, I feel. Anti-Mate's still in the pool as well as Morphling. Those have been the 2 popular carry heroes as of late. I have a feeling we'll be seeing one or the other. As I mean, right now, nothing too much out of the ordinary here. There are some sort of heroes we may see, like Enchantress still in the pool, obviously not quite first pick material. Windrunner, heroes like Windrunner ES are likely to be picked up early on in the draft, but right now DK thinking about what they want to make sure Aeon cannot get their hands on with this first pick, because as it stands, it's going to be the Enchantress. I think DK have been doing this quite a lot, banning both Chen and Enchantress. They really don't want to verse those jungle heroes. Yeah,
well, they can really take advantage of a weak lane, crush them easily, but then again, DK don't generally run weak lanes because they've been running really strong dual lanes. So I don't know why they're that worried about that, but it seems like they still feel it's a bit of an issue. So fair enough, get rid of it if they're worried about it.
The problem with those dual lanes, they're strong, but a jungle hero like Chen or Enchantress coming out, that is exactly how you can absolutely crush those dual lanes. I mean, they just do not expect it, and they don't have the numbers. That's where you need a Trilane. You can't gank a Trilane with a jungle hero like Chen or Enchantress, but dual lanes can get completely punished, and first pick is going to go to the Prophet.
Oh, wow.
I mean, there's the hero slipping through, but this time Aeon are quite happy to first pick it, not going to leave it to go further on.
He's going to cause all the trouble over the map. Meanwhile, DK grabbed themselves a Queen of Pain as well as the Windrunner. So they've got some nice range, some nice lane control. Windrunner obviously very flexible, so they probably haven't... I mean, they're probably going to want... she's most commonly run as a suicide solo hero, but if they need to adapt their lineup on the fly, then they can shoehorn her into another role. It's definitely very, very possible. And apparently LGD's Brewmaster dropped yesterday. It's part of the discussion right now. Was that one of the things...
Yeah, at the moment... Sorry, what happened yesterday?
Was that something that happened during one of the matches? LGG's Brewmaster was going off his tits and then dropped apparently mid-match.
He dropped during a push. They did manage to pause, but he still died, and it was largely he died because of the disconnection. In the end, it was kind of a turning point as well, but at the same time, the momentum was starting to shift towards MUFC's favor. Yesterday, we did see DK pick up Queen of Pain. They used Queen of Pain against Mith.trust, and it was Burning who played him. I imagine we're going to be seeing Burning play him again, as it is a hero he is fairly known for. And Knights talk about Aeon very early in the draft. They really wanted to lock down this Queen of Pain. And this is almost identical to what Mith.trust versus DK, where Mith.trust had the Night Stalker and DK had the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, well, I mean, Aeon, they were talking. I mean, they heard that I was planning to bet on DK, even though I discovered later I was out of branches. They said, we've got a plan. If you bet on DK tonight, you're going to lose all your branches. So here it is, and they've grabbed up Slider. This is a very uncommon pick. This is an interesting choice indeed. I'm not sure... I know, Gods, what's your insight here? He's definitely an uncommon, especially like we've seen him sneak in a couple of times, but he has always been sort of a counter pick in the last couple of things to say, like a DK or something.
I'm going to call it now. They're going to be running this Slardar solo mid, and it's largely because it's up against a Night Stalker. But DK have run Slardar solo mid. They used it as well last night against Mith.trust. They had Slardar soloing mid lane. It was against a Night Stalker dual lane though. They had Night Stalker Crystal main, and Slardar actually kind of got shut down. But if Night Stalker is solo mid, Slardar does really well. We'll be rushing that bottle. And I'd say I'm about 90% sure this Slardar is going to be soloing mid lane. They'll put Queen of Pain in the safe lane with some kind of support, and they'll put Windrunner at bottom, possibly run the dual lane. So dual lane, Windrunner at bottom, dual lane, Queen of Pain at top. But I do feel Slardar is going to be the solo mid hero.
I mean, they could even back him up in mid if necessary, if he does get in a lot of trouble. Because, again, they could still run that Crystal Main, although they might, if what you say is correct, they was under a lot of pressure in the Crystal Main, they could even ban it out now if they wanted to. Do they have the first pick? No, they have the second pick in the phase. Vengeful Spirit being banned out by the Radiant side. They've already got the Earthshake. They've got some decent lockdown. They could do with maybe a little bit more. They definitely need some more supports on their side, so they might... I think they're actually going to ban off the supports and then pick one good one, because they've got the first pick coming up. That's what I feel is going to come out from Aeon.
Yeah, absolutely, but I know DK like to run that Shadow Demon. I don't know if Aeon are planning to pick up the Shadow Demon for themselves, but this is literally, I feel like this is deja vu for me. Last night we saw Shadow Demon and Queen of Pain dual lane top. They just went for that strong dual lane, had two ranged heroes, have a fairly defensive lane where you can still farm the Shadow Demon Disruption, preventing a lot of ganks. And I mean, I think DK may even run that again. Windrunner could easily go bottom with, something like a Lich. I mean, there's a number of options. Even Sand King with the Windrunner, or they could just get another ranged hero to go with the Windrunner, as we're going to see what Aeon want to pick up. They may want that Crystal Maiden for themselves, as it does combo well with that Earthshaker.
Okay, I was just checking. I know somebody in the chat was saying there was no sound for them, but apparently a lot of people have got sound. And also shout out to Reno, says no sound is fine. Thanks, dude. You're awesome, but they have banned that Venom, so they've banned the Enigma as well, so getting rid of some of that nasty... In fact, a lot of the push is getting taken out. I'm just looking at DK's like they were really worried about these pushes. They've gotten rid of Chantress, gotten rid of Chen, gotten rid of Enigma. Obviously, Enigma's got more than just push. He's got that really big crowd control, but I feel like it's almost as if they're worried about his lane control and his push power with the Eidolons. That's my gut feeling there.
I feel like, DK'd like to sort of ban out some of those heroes that can ruin their nice lanes. A hero like Enigma with the conversion, as well as that sort of early push, can sort of ruin however they want to lane it. They're trying to force Aeon to go with something which is fairly predictable with their lanes, and that's also why they ban out the Chen and the Enchantress, because those are heroes that can just mess with DK's lanes, and they're going to force Aeon to play this as sort of standard as possible, and with that, DK should be able to do fairly well, as we're going to see what Aeon want to pick up fifth here, as DK do have one more ban though.
We'll see what they get rid of. I'm just wondering if they've left... I'm kind of thinking Aeon are not going to go for a hard carry, just because it looks like they want to get active early. They have banned the Shrek, and again, another pusher, getting rid of those hard pushes. So they're definitely worried about the amount of pain that they can bring early and just cause all sorts of trouble. And I mean, yeah, especially when you've got something like Fury on the team, I would be a little bit worried about the push. Just them trying to accelerate that early gold, get a couple of good ganks off with Night Stalker, and really just basically push them over, stepping on them and not letting them get their breath back. And then we go Crystal Maiden being picked up. So it looks like Aeon did go with that strategy, ban a couple of good supports, and then pick the one that they wanted because they had that first pick up running. Because right now, the DK don't have any supports picked up. Really, well, Windrunner can be, but I doubt they want her to be run as well.
Like I said, they're likely to go for the Shadow Demon. They're going to go for a Shadow Shaman here. And this is a hero they've used very well, and a few of these Chinese teams have been running as a support hero. They're just not prioritizing giving it all that farm, although they could still run it as a farmer if they want to use that Windrunner as a support hero. But Shadow Shaman being picked up, and we'll see what they want to go with last, if they need another support hero, maybe the Shadow Demon, or maybe even just going for that Lich to give them those strong lanes, as Aeon, with their last pick here, will be going for some kind of semi-carry, I imagine. They can put the Prophet top, they can put Night Stalker mid, then the CM Earthshaker, Tri-Lane, maybe a Morphling, maybe an Anti-Mage. I don't think Anti-Mage will do all too well against those heroes, so there's just so much early to mid-game pressure coming from DK. But the Morphling could do okay. With the CM ES, you can get some nice early kills, so I feel like that might be a hero they could pick up, but come mid-game, Morphling does need to start farming up those items.
Yeah, Morphling, or even Mirana, I think, would be the other choice. Just a hero that can, like you say, fight, if necessary, fight early or mid-game, and not be like Anti-Mage where he really needs to get those items rolling, or he really he does have very little to contribute. But yeah, okay, well, Obsidian, he's got a good ult, he does hit relatively hard, so I think this is definitely possible. He is a little squishy early on, but we'll see how he does. I'm mostly worried just because, I mean, Queen of Pain, unless he tanks up a little bit early, Queen of Pain can almost destroy him on her own, and then they've got a lot of good long-range nukes. Ether Shock to follow up, they've even got Power Shot there as well, and whatever they've got on their fifth. So that does bother me a little bit. I don't know, Gods, what do you make of this Obsidian pick?
I think it's alright here. It is a hero that can... It will have to go for some nice early game items, which will be the treads into a 4-star. You can't just try rush that sheep pick. You're going to need that 4-star to stay alive against some of these heroes like Slardar, even Winran and Queen of Pain with their great mobility is going to be chasing OD around. So you're going to need that early 4-star, maybe even go for a mech on the OD. And we're going to have to see just how they want to use this, whether or not it is going to be in the mid lane or they're going to put it as a sort of tri-lane hero with some support, maybe with the Earthshake or the Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be Shadow. I definitely agree. It's going to be Shadow Shaman support over the Windrunner, just because it's what we've seen more. Like, both of them can get played as support, but the Shadow Shaman has been more common in this tournament as a support, even just a soft support hero, not the hard support, just a soft support hero. I mean, actually, that was one of, I'm pretty sure Ehome's Raster was a support as well, if I remember correctly.
10 seconds.
He did get a Blink Day, but I'm pretty sure he was a support Raster. He wasn't a solo mid one, if I remember correctly.
Yes. He ran in the top lane, and he just got some Sentry or two early pulls. And I like this Broodmother pick.
Whoa.
They haven't got many support heroes, but this just means that Shadow Shaman and Windrunner are both being used as a support. And I think, and this is why DK's picking up the early Windrunner is strong, because they can just decide, okay, Broodmother's still in the pool. Aeon don't really have much to help deal with a Broodmother. I mean, they haven't got anything really to outlane it. I mean, obviously, a lot of people think, oh, ES is so good against Brood. The Echo Slam on Spiralings, if anything, Brood is good against the ES, because once you get that BKB up, you can just go to town on a hero like Earthshake and kill him before he can do anything. And, yeah, the Broodmother is going to give them some very scary, hard to deal with lanes. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, you don't even need to, like, I agree, people focus too much on the Spiralings, but you don't even need to bring them with you on the push. You go, oh, well, I've got a bold bunch of Spiralings, I'll send them to another lane, push that lane simultaneously while we push this 5, because the Spiralings are enough to swing the tide of a push in your favour. So you get 2 lanes pushing at once, is what I feel. She can still definitely make use of those Spiralings, not even really have to worry about them causing a massive amount of damage with that Echo Slam in a fight.
Yeah, and we are going to see Slardar still in the mid lane, going to go for that early ball. He's just got Tango's 3 branches. Brood is going to be at bottom. But it looks like it's just going to be soloing that bottom lane, which means it's more or less a Queen of Pain tri-lane at top. Not something you would typically see, but it's DK. They're happy to do this because they know solo Brood at bottom. It could go up against a tri-lane with the CM Earthshaker and even the Night Stalker or the OD as the 3rd hero and be absolutely fine. They can't really kill the Brood, even with sentries. Brood can just cut down trees with the web. Actually going to get spotted out here. Needs to be careful. I may have spoke too soon, said they can't kill, there goes the Sentry. They are going to get this kill by the looks of things. I have actually spoken too soon. They had 4 heroes, they got the kill.
The thing is, we saw this earlier, I think it was not yesterday, the day before yesterday, but they came with really fast wards, and because Brood obviously level 1 can only have 2 webs up, so straight up, they ward both webs, and she's just like, well crap, what do I do now? I need to get some levels, but the supports then immediately chase her away from the creep wave, and she just takes so long to get the level 3 web that she's pretty much shut down so damn hard before she can get. Obviously, Brood can just get back in it. Like, she's one of the heroes that can catch from a farm really easily, but it does really mess up with her early game, and she never really gets the amount of pressure she wants on.
Yeah, and Prophet, as the side lane tool at top, is just pulling that creep wave away from the tower, but Queen of Pain burning, not going to let this trick work. He's just tanking the creep wave and going to not allow it to go to the tower and then eventually push out. He does have to use a Tango for this, but that's going to make sure that they don't lose that creep equilibrium. As Prophet going to try and do that same trick again. He's going to find a regen room, which will help him get some more mana to keep using those treants.
That looks like a jungle build.
For the Prophet.
Yeah, so, although I suppose he's just trying to remote farm with the, or just sort of jack the creep with his treants. But
he's just, yeah, he's trying to pull that creep wave away and then pull it towards him in this top lane. But right now, because if it's pushed out, he cannot go get XP. The Shadow Shaman is there. Same goes for Windrunner. Windrunner is going to use this other creep pull, this small camp, and just, I mean, you've got Windrunner pulling one camp, Shadow Shaman another, and this Prophet is going to have a very hard time getting farm and XP at top lane.
I mean, I have not seen like a straight up Basilius on a Prophet since like it was coming from the jungle. It's just how different that is, to be honest. Like a first buy Basilius. And I think I agree with you. He's not going to get any farm here. Windrunner and Shaman are working on, but he might as well just, I mean, pretty much do Dustbin's part. You go, screw this, I'm not doing anything here, I might as well go in jungle. Because, I mean, literally, he's achieving nothing. No lane pressure, and he's mostly just annoying a support.
Yep, and Crystal Maiden comes lurking around this bottom room. He's going to camp the rune out here. May look for another kill on this Brood soon. Although, I mean, it's one of those things, cutting down those trees. I mean, Brood did go down the first blood, but that's going to sort of deny Crystal Maiden from hiding behind those trees and coming out for a gank, which is why using that web to cut down those trees can be so damn useful. And we will see just how they want to lane this. Night Stalker finding a DD room, who's gone for the early bottle as well. So Slider and Night Stalker both going to be rushing that bottle, as Slider and Night Stalker pretty much on par with each other for CS at the moment.
Yeah, they're very evenly matched, although Slider actually getting aggressive. He's got Windrunner coming from behind, though. The bait there. Tried to get Night Stalker, thought he was safe. He had that double damage run. You know what? I can take this guy. And Slider actually going to break off. Doesn't have enough mana for another crush. Otherwise, probably would have gone for it. Also, the courier did come out. I'm not sure if it delivered. No, just he sent it back in time before dragging the courier back. And there's his bottle as well. So they're pretty much going, wow, another gank on bottom. And again, just dropping in that ward, revealing Broodmother, and really causing all sorts of hell for her. She's on 2 for 2 at the moment, really struggling. Although she is close. Once she gets the Sol Ring, it will be a lot easier. But she is about a good another 300 gold off that.
And the good news for Aeon is both those 2 kills have gone to the Obsidian Destroyer,
yeah.
a very crucial hero for them who needs that farm. Will get up some very early treads here probably. Already has 1 now Talisman just to help sort of outlane the Broodmother a bit. Broodmother, the thing is, the problem with this bottom lane is that they're going to have to constantly have heroes supporting the OD, because OD cannot solo the Broodmother. Even with this big lead, you still cannot go 1v1. Maybe with some Sentry Wards, but those Sentry Wards only last 3 minutes.
This is true. This is definitely true, and will need some backup. Otherwise, she is. As soon as they Broodmother's one of those heroes. As soon as you let her go, she gets out of control. But if you keep the pressure on, it's all right. You can keep running control. But of course, the issue is if you're losing elsewhere on the map and you have to pull heroes away, then it becomes very, very difficult to keep her under that control. And now this is smart. This from Brood going, okay, the wards are in the lane. Let's move into this jungle. Try and jack some of these neutral creep. And has she got? No, she still doesn't have that Sol Ring. She's kind of strapped for mana. In fact, I just wonder if they're going to shuttle out some more wards in a second.
Yeah,
It will definitely drain their
It's still going to be a bit of time before... Yeah, it's going to be a bit of time before the Sol Ring comes. CM and ES don't have any more Sentry Wards now. The first one has expired. They've still got 1 in the lane there, but they may need to pick up some more. But at the moment, they've got a smoke. I have a feeling they may just try smoke mid, get a kill on this Slider to help the Night Stalker out. And if they can kill this Slider at mid lane, that'll really help them win both bottom and mid lane.
Oh yeah, definitely. They can get this kill off, although it really looked like that Ken might go down. The Ballinar was in some trouble. Fortunately, managing just to get away. The crush goes down. I think he's just harassing him, trying to bait him into moving in. He's going to maybe say, oh look, I've got no mana.
The gank.
Is it really? Oh, they're actually smoked up. My screen does this, even though they're smoked, it doesn't actually show them as some of them as smoke, which is relatively frustrating, but they are both smoked. And I think just waiting for Night Stalker to move up so they can get that fissure block off, because they figure if we don't have the fissure block, it's going to be very, very hard to beat him down, because he does have 850 health. He's not exactly weedy or easy to kill at this point in the game. Broodmother,
Slider is playing very safe as he's doing some bit of ball crawling here. They're going to go in there. There goes the fissure. Frostbite, nuke from Night Stalker.
I think I just lost gods there. Okay, so it sounds like I lost gods, unfortunately. No, oh, he's back. You can see him again.
I'm here.
Oh, he just suddenly cut out there. Your calling action just
I don't know, man.
dead silence. I don't know.
Oh.
But yeah, good gank on Slider, and so exactly what you said happened. They got control of mid lane, managed to shut him down. And hopefully they can get in there just a couple more times. And basically, as long as Ballinar stays ahead, he's going to be a very dominant force in this mid game, hopefully, for Aeon. And will cause an edge. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, Queen of Pain get a jump. Actually picks up her ult at level 6 and then drops the Sonic Wave on top of Huron and takes him out. Definitely worth the kill. I mean, she doesn't need that much mana management. I'm expecting Burning to sit in this lane and farm for quite some. And they're just going to let the Slider try and control this match. That's my gut feeling.
Well, right now, I mean, Night Stalker, it's now nighttime. He's got his urn up as well. It's actually currently sitting in his stash, though. He'd like to have that now. He wants to go gank, and this Shadow Shaman is going to be walking towards him. He's going to drop down a ward. That's going to give some vision of Night Stalker, but right now, nighttime, Prophet TPing in mid. Slider going to be in a bit of trouble here.
Oh yeah, some serious trouble. Gets hit by the Void, gets silenced as well, doesn't have a time to drop a stun. Crystal Maiden here as well. ES is here. Wow, they're all here. Everybody here trying to take out this Slider. And now Crystal Maiden in a spotted bot that's trapped in. Should be okay though. Those Prophet's trees are tanking the tower. They'll move in, push this mid, and I mean, they could even take this, I think. There doesn't seem to be any response. Of course, Brood can't really do a whole lot. Slider's dead. The Radiant supports, the Dire support's kind of busy at the moment. Doesn't look like they want to go down here and get involved against 4 heroes. Best they could do is try and counter push the top lane, I think. And at the moment, it doesn't look like they've got enough firepower to do that. Whereas we've got Prophet's trees here. They're going to push this lane, and they've got some good nukes here as well to clear the lane.
Yeah, and right now, Aeon off to a really good start. They're actually up by about 1,500 gold. TP going to come back in from Slider. He wants to defend this tower, but the treants are going to come out, and with that, Windrunner actually making her way to mid lane. Does have the level 2 power shot, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to keep this tower up. The treants are there to help tanking. They've got that siege creep, and now they're just going to sort of right-click down this tower. The glyph has already been used. This tower will drop, although Windrunner will be coming in looking for a deny.
Didn't even manage to get a shot off though. Just way too much stuff beating on that tower. As Zippo decided, you know what, I'm going to stick top. Has stuck up top. Now what is Brew? How's Brew going? She might have caught up just a bit. She's currently on 13 and 6. Obsidian though, 36 and 17, still doing pretty well. And I'm expected to try and use
he's
spiders
just picked up Treads and the staff. Treads and the staff of wizardry, I believe. Yep. So he's got 2 big items. He's going to be going for that quick 4 staff. And with that, he's going to be hitting hard. He's going to have the survivability that he needs, both movement speed and HP from those treads. And they're looking for another gank here, although they've got Sentry Ward. So CM and ES are going to be looking to jump this Brood here.
If they can jump. Brood knows something's wrong though. Definitely backs up straight away. I'm not sure if the Spirelings spotted up something there, or if they walked through a web. But they're just going to try and clear these Spirelings just a bit, get that extra money, as well as just slow Broodmother down somewhat, make it a little bit harder for her to farm. Treants have spotted an invisibility rune at bottom. Looks like Queen of Pain might be heading. No, he's not. He has got his bottle. Burning's got his bottle. Slardar, though, also with his bottle, going to try. Oh, the Treant must have killed that rune. I guess figured that Slardar was going to go for it. It's a smart move there.
Yeah, and
it's relatively passive.
Aeon needs to be careful at this bottom lane. There's a Shackle Shot, means Queen of Pain blinks in. The Fissure going to slow down Queen of Pain, but CM will drop here. And I think Aeon are just going to try to cut their losses after this. No, Night Stalker's TP in. Crystal Maiden still alive. Oh, Night Stalker, he misclicks the Void. He voids a creep.
Oh.
And that was a bad mistake. But OD Ultimate takes out the Brood. But OD now in a lot of trouble, will go down. And that is not a trade Aeon will like to make at this point in the game.
No, they did go. He did go try and banish the same stuff, and he's blocked in by the spiders. This is unfortunate. ES in some serious trouble. There's the Sonic Wave once again. Takes out that Earthshaker, but Queen of Pain probably going to try to get out. Yeah, she'll port in a second now. Dropping the port, Slithering Crush, stunning both heroes there. Very annoying. Balinar marked up by that and damage. In fact, the Spireling's causing some serious issues there for Crystal Maiden. Slardar moving it again, pops the sprint, going to give chase. Pops again, the amp damage down so he can see the Shackle Shot going through, lashes to a tree. We've got the stun down, and Ken probably going to get taken out. Crystal Maiden, though, getting the Frostbite down on Windrunner. Windrunner going to go down to tower hits. Mass Port's coming. Slardar needs to get out. He's been slowed by the Crystal Nova. The Sprout as well. Slardar has nothing to cut his way free, and he's in some serious trouble. He will go down. And wow, mass carnage at this bottom lane before the 10-minute mark. Let's currently check the gold sweep.
DK started out on top, but in the end, Aeon's picking up a few clean-up kills. They didn't get the Queen of Pain. If they got that Queen of Pain, they probably would have been pretty happy with that trade, but
Slardar,
Queen of Pain getting away.
Slardar, so annoyed by that Sprout, grabbed himself a hatchet, a Quelling Blade just then. That's how annoyed he was at that gank. He's also grabbed a Gauntlet as well as a port. But yeah, he's decided, you know what, screw you, Furion. Never going to get caught again. Which will probably annoy Furion somewhat. Level 5, don't have that Echo yet. Power Shot going to harass as well as the Spiderling spawn. Crystal Main's still with wards. She's got some rev wards if she wants to go for another gank. Although actually she's still got one existing one lane with this pink moving from Burning's thinking about it. He's got that DD rune. And I believe he escaped successfully from that last fight. He blinked and TP'd out.
Yes, he did. He blinked to the side, TP'd out, and that was sort of a nice little save for DK. If they'd lost Queen of Pain as well, that would not have been a good trade bottom lane. But now they are still pushing away at this bottom lane. They've got Slardar, Brood, and Windrunner. So not quite the typical play with Brood, where you see just Brood left alone to just continue pressuring a lane alone. Brood is actually going with some teammates, using those Spirelings just to do damage, and also just for vision for his team as ESCM. Probably not going to be able to defend this.
No, it looks like they have to back off. Furion is busy top, but can't really do a whole lot. Slardar, though, getting hammered by the Obsidian, gets frostbitten, gets cleaned up. And a good defense there from Aeon. The wards are beating down the tower. They're going to lose the tower. In fact, Burning with a DD, hiding smart moves there. Using those trees to protect himself, and now he's going to TP out. Very, very smart. And in fact, going to go to top. Counter push up there. Furion has ported back to bottom. Going to try and trade towers now. Going to try and take this bottom dire tower. Although, Broodmother busy spamming, about to start spamming Spiderlings again. Spawn some more. Just so she can really start pressuring this. Oh, well, basically, I think she's about time. She's got the tower. Wants to start sending him into the jungle to accelerate her farm from there.
Yeah, Broodmother is not farming as well as he would like at the moment. And Aeon, I mean, they're just being so aggressive, ganking around the map, and they're going to be getting up some nice utility items. We see Prophet building a mech. TP going to come top from Nightstalker just to slow down this Queen of Pain, who is sort of doing some solo. But Queen of Pain would have actually got that tower if Nightstalker didn't TP in. And right now, DK are making up for their sort of for being a bit behind on kills and farm by pushing down some towers. They've taken out the tier 1 bottom tower. They want that top tower as well, but Aeon, with mid tower down, are going to go for bottom.
Yeah, the shackle goes, doesn't latch, so Crystal Maiden back up. She's amped up though, she's in some serious trouble. The Sprout goes down, doesn't trap, and the shackles on Crystal Maiden gets crushed as well. Gets absolutely obliterated. Meanwhile, Slardar looking for Furon, who has ported out. I'm looking for Queen of Pain. Burning's gone back to mid, blinking to bottom. Looks like, he's found himself a rune. Slardar also, I think it's Sonic who's going to get it. Burning is going to take it. And where is the Broodmother? Still in the bottom lane, still pushing. Has got some Spiderlings here, ready to go. Now, do we have Serpent Wards up? Still, 14 seconds out, but no matter is the main issue at the moment. They might want to reconsider pushing this second tower. They do have Queen of Pain pushing mid, which is going to cause some pressure, but right now, actually, the Dire, having the top tower push, the Radiant deciding to counter push rather than defend at the moment. Power shot being spammed to cause some trouble.
OD trying to get that force up. 300 gold away still, and that's a very important item for OD. And there go the Serpent Wards. They had a Magic Wand and Arcane Boot, so he does have just enough mana. They want this Tier 2 tower, but the TP's going to come in. And I believe with the Night Stalker here, they should be able to hold this tower and actually clear these Serpent Wards. Also, Prophet's actually finished off his mech, so that's going to give Aeon a lot more survivability as well.
I'm kind of, I don't know, do you think the Night Stalker has not managed to do as much damage as he would have liked this first night? He's got 4 assists, 1 kill, 1 death. I feel like he slightly didn't quite do as much damage as he would have liked in this first night, just considering how much early game firepower is available on the Dire team.
Yeah, I definitely think he would have gotten a bit more involved. He did manage to pick up the 4 assists. He didn't always get those last hits there. He's up to 1,500 gold. He's not doing all that poorly. But this daytime is going to be where Aeon, their momentum is going to slow down a lot. DK are going to be looking to play they're going to play safe, but they're also going to put on pressure, but while in a safe manner. They're going to want Queen of Pain continually sort of chipping away at this top tower, trying to force Aeon back and also just force him to get out of position. And meanwhile, they're also putting pressure on mid. Both mid and top are both very low.
Queen of Pain actually doing all that chipping that you mentioned. Meanwhile, though, possible gank on mid. Power shot going to go through. They're going to try and catch it. The Fissure goes down. Not even close. I think he must have been CSing there. That was not even remotely close. Windrunner about to spot Crystal Maiden, or not, because they back up. And here Fury on porting. I think he's going top to defend. Queen of Pain still beating down that tower. That goes for the Dire. Doesn't get it, though. The Dire grabbing that tower kill. This Crystal Maiden looks like she might try and gank Queen of Pain, although it doesn't look likely at this point in time. And while their attention is diverted, the Dire going to push this mid tower. It's down about, it's pretty low. If nobody comes here to defend quickly, Fissure going to go down, try and stall, but Ken is here. No ult, so he's not particularly useful. Does have the haste, though, might be enough. But if they're playing tight in group, it's not going to do all that much. And the Dire actually smoking up and going to gank bottom.
Ooh, I like this, because that bottom tower, they've already got it down to half HP, and this OD kill could be very, very useful for them. Shadow Shaman needs to go for quick hex before he uses that Force Up, and it looks like he will go down. Has he spotted it? He has Force Up just in time. The sheep goes down, though. Luckily, he did get that Force Off up. If that was slightly different, the positioning there, he would have gone down very, very quickly.
So if Shaman wants that blink, if he can possibly afford it, if they can give him extra money, he will do well with it. It's what screwed over Burning the last time they played against Shaman. It says, oh, trees, it's smart cut there, just shortening the path. The mech has been popped, though. I believe that was a Furion doing that. Yes, it was a Furion doing that. Just trying to collect the spiders to save Crystal Maiden. Meanwhile, the Fissure's gone down. Looks like he's going to lose Slardar. Once again, Serpent Ward's going down a little bit too late. Haste has been popped by Balinar. It is night time as well. He has popped his ult. Crystal Maiden on the run from spiders. Should be able to escape. And all in all, decent engagement there for the Dire, and unlucky. Decent engagement for the Radiant, and unlucky for the Dire, losing that Slardar and not getting that CM kill.
Yes, Slardar, who has just been punished all game long, has 5 deaths already. This is almost last night as well, when they used this Slardar solo mid. It did not work out too well. It had a lot of deaths against the Night Stalker. And we are going to see BKB coming up on Burning's Queen of Pain. That's going to give him the survivability he needs, as it looks like DK should be able to get this Tier 1 mid tower, as Aeon looks like they want to get in position to deny TP coming in. It's going to be Crystal Maiden, and Burning should blink it away. He does manage to do so in time, and actually going to find a regen room, but no, Windrunner in trouble. TP coming, it goes, no Frostbite. Didn't have vision, maybe?
She would have vision because she's in the trees, so if you're on obviously gets vision, but I guess she decided she was out of range. She was hoping to kill with, it's only a level 2 Crystal. That wouldn't have killed her, no way. So yeah, Frost not going for the Frostbite, definitely a little bit different, but maybe misclick, who knows. Who knows? Queen of Pain now has got a regen bottle, building a BKB. She's got that, only about 400 gold shy. In fact, she can get that very soon. There is a big gank squad, though, for the Radiant in the Dire jungle. Still daytime, though, Balinar, not that useful. His ult is on cooldown for quite some time as well, so he's not going to be that useful. I hear the sprint, though. Slardar movie gets hit by Frostbite. This is not a good position. Fissure as well. Void as well with the sprint damage on. Although Queen of Pain, the Shackle comes through, the mech gets popped by Furon, the Shackle's gone through, the Power Shot goes through, Echo Slam there by the Earthshaker, and now he's tied down by the Shackle, the Rasta Shackle. Throws the Hex down on the Night Stalker. Night Stalker, though, counter-attacking the Rasta. Rasta, the Ether Shock doesn't quite go down to that last attack. Burning is dead. They lose the Queen of Pain, Slithering Crush, and this is a good engagement right now for the Radiant side. They've only lost Earthshaker, but against the Burning, they've lost... Wow. Slider gets taken out as well. That sprint damage, that sprint amp is doing way too much for him.
What a great fight, killing Slider and Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain was trying to be a bit too cute there, going in and out, ended up getting silence. Even during the day, that Night Stalker silence still silences for 3 seconds, and that was enough. With the ES, they got the kill. ES did die for it, but killing off both Slider and Queen of Pain entirely worth it. And Aeon find themselves still leading the gold. They're up by almost 2k gold. They've been consistently ahead for a while now. They just need to sort of try and get some more momentum going their way. They want to start getting that sort of snowball effect where they get tower after tower and have that gold grab continuing in their favor, as OD is one hero they need to get more farm on. He is up to 2k gold, probably going to pick up that ultimate orb now, try and get up that sheep stick as quickly as possible, but at the same time, Brood farming away at bottom lane definitely needs to be kept under control. Oh
yeah, of course, she's basically, when you leave her alone, she just goes a mile with the inch you give her, and she's just been farming the jungle. She's using her spy lasting lane, and then sending every little spawning she's got, although right now she's pushing the lane some more. But yeah, like this, just using them in the jungle is very, very effective. It looks like she's going to push up, try and take this town. Just checking the GPMs right now. Broodmother sitting on 262, and definitely she's definitely behind just a bit, but at the same time, considering how far she was behind, it's looking a lot better at the rate that she's accelerating her gold income. Just get the spawning, search around looking for creep. They can't seem to find any. Windrunner in mid.
The spy looks are great because you get the vision from them, and now DK, I mean, they kind of know where all the Radiant heroes are. They're actually going to use this to take Roshan. They get the amp damage, they have the Surf Mods, and DDM Queen of Pain. Roshan will drop relatively quick here. They just need to get the amp down, as they did also break the Lincolns on the Roshan with that amp damage. But now Roshan going to drop quickly, and this is just an easy, uncontested Roshan that DK will get, largely just because of being on that dire side, being nice and close to Roshan.
And thinking about who should pick at the A side, is going, well, I don't actually have any room. And so whether or not to, oh, she's going to give it to Burning, actually. Burning's going, alright, I'll grab it, or not. I don't know what they're doing. We'll figure out who takes it later, but they wait too long. Ken might steal it. Okay, finally, Slider makes up his mind and drops the Quelling Blade. Says, alright, I don't need it that much. Gotten over the Furon scratch. Furon now teleporting back to top. Just going to push this a little bit. Doing the same job as Rude, basically pushing while nobody's watching. And it's going to be very, very frustrating. Meanwhile, Windrunner going to head top, and Purple going to head bottom. Maybe. Maybe. He might actually just be jungling at the moment.
Yeah, he's probably just going to go for those little wildkins there, as he does have the ultimate orb. And Brood, though, at bottom, that's a hero that has not been dealt with all that well. And at this point in the game, they haven't really got all that much to help to just... They don't really have a hero that can just go back, span the lane out, and push it out. Odin has to right-click creeps one by one. Night Stalker's similar situation. Prophet does have the ultimate, but when there's Spiderlings, it doesn't actually hit that many targets. It only reaches 16 targets at most. ES obviously can use the Fissure, but that's not really a spell you can spam. It's got a long cooldown, so they haven't really got anything to help deal with this Broodmother at this stage of the game, and that's going to be a problem for them. They maybe just going to have to sort of focus a lot on ganking Brood for the next couple minutes.
Indeed, I mean, we saw this before as well when Broodmother was suffering. It was just basically, they kept an eye on her. They didn't let her free farm like this in the bottom lane. Just really hammered her every time she just dared to push up. That's right, it was the game with the early eye. I mean, the early gem. If I remember, it was yesterday's match.
Yes.
I forget who was playing. Not yesterday, the day before.
That was Mineski with the Brood against...
Yeah, that's right, the double carry strat. Or sort of not.
That was against Tongfu.
Yeah.
Against Tongfu. When they had the Brood solo top lane, they just got that like 7 or 8 minute gem on the Enchantress and just caused a lot of problem. But top lane Prophet will get picked off. Burning with the last hit. He's now got the BKB. And I'd say DK, I mean, there's yeah, there's only a tiny bit behind on the gold graph. It's actually very even, but they've still got some nice items coming their way. They're going to have the BKB up. They've got some strong pushing power coming from the Shadow Shaman. And Slider with the Aegis is going to give them a sort of a nice opportunity to start keep putting pressure on. And I feel their team fight at the moment is slightly better than what Aeon have to offer.
I do feel this way as well. I agree. They really are struggling. Like, even now, the Spider's just chasing everybody around everywhere. And they just haven't really done a whole lot. Like, maybe they feel like they did enough in the early game to really mess with Brood, but she's got 3.4k saved up at the moment. And the question is, what is she going to build with it?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be a BKB coming up on the Broodmother. At this point, getting an Orchid this late, it's not late, it's 21 minutes only, but the Orchid is not going to help that much against those heroes. BKB is good against the OD, it's good against the Night Stalker if you get silence, and even stuff like the ES and the CM. It's great to have us. There's a gank on bottom. Does get popped. Prophet needs some TP into this maybe as Night Stalker wants to go on this. Prophet though, not close enough, and they're not going to get the kill there. Night Stalker wasting time, but he will get a tier 1 tower with the help of the Prophet, as DK looking maybe to come in, make something happen, but Aeon at bottom lane with 4 heroes.
Yeah, well actually Night Stalker moving all the way up once again, might be seeing a gank on the bottom rune. Windrunner actually just doing a little bit of counter warding right now. Broodmother just going to chill out in her web. Obsidian Destroyer trying to get as far away from the fight as possible, realize there's a ton of people in these lanes, says alright screw this, I'm going to the top lane. I'm just going to farm creep up here, which is perfectly reasonable I feel.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Does need to get some farm. OD at the moment, yeah, up to 2.1k gold, trying to get that sheepstick up. Prophet picking up an ultimate orb of his own, so they're going to have a couple sheepsticks coming up. If they can hold out and not sort of lose too many towers, if they don't give DK too many kills while they farm up these sheepsticks, I think they'll be in a fairly good position here. And we're even going to see an Aghanim Scepter coming up on Night Stalker in just 300 gold. So Aeon, they're definitely going to be very strong soon, but they're not there yet. They need to buy themselves some time, and DK I think are looking to charge on forward. They've got the BKB on Queen of Pain, and even the Aegis on Slardar, going to sort of create this window of opportunity, and they've got the BKB up on Brood as well.
They are looking very hard to stop. Of course, they are very magic reliant on the Radiant side. If they don't have magic available, their nukes and stuff, they can't even use the orb there from what's his face, Obsidian Destroyer, so it's going to become incredibly frustrating to deal that damage without getting hammered in return, especially when they're up against stuff like Seven Wards and stuff in the middle of the fray. So I agree, I'm quite worried as to how Aeon are going to handle this, as it looks like they're going to move in.
They're going to look to split push here. Prophet's gone top, so they're going to just try and split push, avoid any fight, force DK to TP back, and I don't think DK just want to give up a free tier 2 tower here. We're going to see a TP back coming soon, unless they want to engage right now on bottom, but it doesn't look like they're doing this, so this is costly. They're going to have a TP coming top, as it will be Slardar. Slardar not going to be able to chase down Prophet, and with that, Aeon can now go try hunt at bottom lane, because they know Slardar's not there.
It's definitely possible. Crystal Maiden just helping spam clean up some creep. Crystal Maiden, I don't know, I think she's a little squishy, to be honest. She went phase boots first, which is a little bit different. We don't normally see that all that much, but it does help her with her mobility problems, because obviously she's pretty damn slow at base 280.
Yeah.
Very, very slow. One of the slowest heroes in the game.
I think it's okay against heroes like Slardar as well as Brood, just having that phase effect. You can kind of, against melee heroes especially, it's not that bad, because you can use creeps sort of to juke them, going through creeps, as well as just the raw movement speed you get is not all that bad. And right now, Aeon grouping up at mid lane, looking to make something happen. OD's up to 3.1k gold, almost has his sheepstick.
Blue is making a motion that he wants to gank or something over here, roughly over here-ish. Any place is good for an ambush, it's over there. Just looking for most of the Dire team. They're in mid. It looks like they're getting ready to defend. And it looks like we're going to see a clash here in this mid lane. Void actually being used as CS there. By the Night Stalker. Spearon pops that. Oh. The stun goes down the fissure as well as the ward trap. He's dead. Oh, but he's got the Aegis. Should be able to get away.
Aegis. But, I mean, they lost the Aegis for nothing. I mean, they're not going to make anything out of that. Aeon are just going to take the Aegis back off now. They're going to back off and farm, and with that, they've gotten rid of one of sort of DK's little cards that they can play. They can just push using that Slardar Aegis, but now they can't do that. They can always just wait. They just want to keep on farming, maybe wait for the next Aegis, but right now, the game, it seems like Aeon have more control over this game, using the Night Stalker Ags. OD is going to have his sheepstick. It looks like he's only 100 gold away from it now, and Prophet as well, getting very close to his.
Broodmother has bought something though. She's on 1200 gold. Did they lose? No, they didn't lose their courier.
Just has a Broodmother bought the BKB only a couple minutes ago.
Okay, right. Oh yeah, there it is. My bad. He's got blind. As it is, a ton of spiralings just chewing away in this forest back. Urshay going, actually, free money, I'll have those. Probably much to Broodmother's despair. So blink. Oh, blink daggers.
ES picks up one, and Slardar.
At the same moment.
Dual blink daggers.
At the same moment, both of them saying, yeah, it's time to blink. It's time to cause some pain. ES Level 1 Echo, almost level 2. Just looking at Night Stalker, not... Well, there's that gem. Okay, they're going to try and just basically do the counter. Shut down Brewmother now. Whether or not it's too late is the question.
I mean, Brewmother is not all that fun. Does have 1400 gold. It'll help them. I mean, they can't shut down Brewmother, but they can definitely use it to gank Brewmother. And also, probably even more important than ganking the Brewmother is use it for dewarding. I mean, if they can get up, if they get the map control going, they're going to be in a really good position. DK will have to be playing even safer, and as a result, Aeon going to get more and more farm going in their hands. Although Aeon have picked up some nice items to sort of make some plays with. They've got also Blink Dagger on Shadow Shaman as well, just going for the straight Blink Dagger with those Arcane Boots.
Indeed, and Slaughter. Can he make something happen? This Blink gets hit by the stun. There's the fissure. The Blink in from here. The Stomp. And a very easy kill there. Now Furion doing, okay, well we've got the advantage here. Let's push up this mid lane. Going to try and cause some damage to this tower. They've got all of their guys here. In fact, Prophet. Not Prophet. Our Obsidian, he's looking very, very scary at the moment. Although he does have a DD actually. Look at his damage, like, holy crap, how much did they then realize, oh wait, glowing blue. Never mind, but looks like they might actually try and push onto this. They've got the ultimates up apart from Night Stalk, which is not a huge issue, obviously. I think they can make something happy with the Blink with ES as well, and they're not really prepared to deal with the Shackle, though. That's a really good Shackle. They couldn't have landed one much better. Now the Blink here there for Queen of pots the BKB, gonna go to town, and the Banish, self-Banish there. Astral Imprisonment from the
Burning not doing much with that engagement. He blinked in, popped the BKB, but they popped the mech and Aeon just split up. There was no opportunity to get off an ulti. And OD's still full HP because of that banish. And now DK, they bought themselves some time. Slaughter is back alive. He has the Blink Dagger. He's the one who needs to engage. And yeah, Aeon are going to back off. I'm okay with this decision. They got a kill. They put some pressure on. And now they're going to just back off and look to out-farm DK. They've got, look at this great vision. They've got wards inside DK's base even, and at the top room. They know exactly what DK are going to be doing now, and with this they can get further and further ahead. I think Aeon are looking very strong right now.
Yeah, I definitely agree. We've seen how hard these Obsidians can hit. Like, they are definitely, like, one of, I would say, late game, Obsidian is just one of the scariest heroes in the game once he gets stacked. He's so much pure damage as well, and it helps overcome his, like, he just generally builds up enough attack speed as well to help overcome his normally rather crappy base stats there. But of course, a little bit squishy, does need some good protection. That's something he does need to worry about. But in this case, I mean, I think he's got the ES. Like, the main thing, he's got the ES to initiate. He's got the basically he's got the Night Stalker also to get up front, to brawl, to cause some trouble, to try and get the heat away, the focus away from Obsidian. But the question is, will they be able to pick him off? Because they've got a couple of blinkers, though. They've got the Slaughter to get over the top of him. He can get in there with his own blink, just try and target fire Obsidian as well, who's going to be really, really vulnerable to... oh, wow, he's actually managed to catch... Who is that? I think it's Queen of Pain, is it? No. As Brewmother gets taken out there, Queen of Pain has gotten in the mix. The BKB is popped. She's losing a lot of health, but it looks like we might lose. The 4 staffs away from the Serpent Wards. Good moves from the Obsidian Destroyer. There's a Shackle as well. Obsidian now just skulking around. He's got a port. He can go home if necessary. I think he's waiting for a mech possibly.
Oh, Runner getting picked off as well. Man, OD. They went on the OD. They went all in. ES was there with a Blink Dagger, with an ulti, saving the OD. And now they've got the Urn charges as well to heal the OD up. This is not looking good for Aeon. The bottle as well. OD just given all these heals. The Urns, the bottle, and OD surviving on 100 HP. Aeon are going to take a Rax out of this by the looks of it.
I've got to say, they would definitely... defending magnificent. The glyph is not up. I think... No, I think they won't quite. They'll definitely get the tower. Maybe not the Rax. 2 seconds to Slaughter. We'll be able to get in there with a blink and hold this off. Maybe it's very low. That did a lot of damage. That Stomp from ES. He's going to throw it in the fissure just for no particularly good reason, just trying to hold him off. And will they get this? They might as well try and throw one hero away for it. They will get the melee racks. You were correct. Not both of them, though. Did get the melee racks. And then, well, I've got to say, Aeon, they were right. I mean, before the game, I mentioned, I said I was going to bet my branches if I had any on DK because it's been looking so good. But Aeon are making me eat my words. They are definitely playing extremely well. And this draft they've got is definitely working fantastically.
Yeah, no, at the moment I mean, look at their heroes, even their support heroes, 2k gold on ES, 2k gold and more on Crystal Maiden. OD is going to have a BKB soon. Night Stalker has 2.5k gold. I mean, Crystal Maiden, actually no, they've already got the mech. I mean, Crystal Maiden could just go for something like a pipe for the team if they really wanted, but they don't even need these items. I mean, 4-star Blink Dagger is going to be the item. CM with the Blink Dagger at 30 minutes in, and now we see DK look to try and turn things around a bit. They are going to make a go at Roshan here. Aeon, I don't think they quite realize just yet. Oh no, the ping is there. They're going to maybe go for this, but they have to be quick because Roshan will drop very quickly with the amp damage, and it doesn't look like they're going to be there in time.
No, it doesn't look, actually, maybe they don't know, but I've got to say, last fight, Brood did make a bit of a silly mistake. Try to approach him from behind the trees, forgot it's nighttime, and Stalker does have that argument. So that's why she got hexed so damn fast before she had a second to move, even activate her BKB, and just got obliterated before she got a chance to do anything in that fight. As the Slato has been trapped, doesn't have that Quelling Blades, kind of stuck still, gets Siles, gets his sprint off just in time, 4 staffed away. Good moves there from the Windrunner, saving her teammate. It's Queen of Burning, though. Burning, of course, still a threat in this match, is busy building himself a Hex as well. In fact, he's about 2k gold away. I don't think he'll get it fast enough. I mean, if they make another Rax attempt, could be a bit of an issue. They did get the Rosh, though, and who did they give it to? Slater.
Maybe on the Slater again. But the problem is, I mean, the Radiant team, they've got Sheepstick on both Nature's Prophet and the OD. I don't think Aeon going to wait for that BKB to come up on the OD. He's only 300 gold away, and with that BKB, they can push much safer, doing some D-warding, denying DK of getting any vision up, as we are going to see Queen of Pain Burning continue to farm. Right now, he's not too worried about the Sheepstick. He just wants to get enough gold to have buyback. Buyback is going to be very important here. If he gets picked off by something like a Night Stalker with the silence, it could be lights out for DK, so he wants to make sure he has buyback here so he can maybe suicide in.
Interesting, but I kind of thought Slater was going to get more levels in Bash. He's gone for 1 level in Bash, and he's actually picked up 2 levels in stats. I find that... I guess he must have gotten that early just to help him in the laning phase, is my guess.
Yeah, I think it would have been early on.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out why he's like... I haven't seen him bash anything so far of any significant value. Shouldn't he have a relatively high Bash level now? But no, it is kind of low. So let's look at the gold swing. That's been a huge spike in the gold swing for Aeon. In fact, Aeon have never... Actually, they haven't relinquished their gold lead at any point. It's become very close. I mean, it's been a very even match. But Aeon have always been just slightly ahead. And now they've got... Alright, they're taking that Rax. And I've got to say, definitely came down to Brood making a bit of a... I don't know if... Actually, do you think they realised that they had the Argonams on the Night Stalker?
I don't think they... I'm not sure if they did. I mean, he's had it for quite a while now. But I think, I mean, it's just the momentum has been always in Aeon's favour. From the word go, they got the first blood on the Brood before the creeps even spawned. And since then, they've been out-ganking their opponents. They've been sort of trading towers. Recently, though, they've managed to make a big dent in DK's base and just playing very, very well, getting up the core items that they need. BKB now up on the Obsidian Destroyer, and the ES even has a 4-star, so getting some very useful items there for their team. I
don't know how they're going to deal with the Obsidian Destroyer. Like, they're really going to have to hope Broodmother can go to toe. I honestly don't feel that Broodmother right now can go toe-to-toe with this Obsidian, not even close. Like, sure, she's got the BKB, which is going to protect her for a little while. She's got a Yasha, which is nice, but as soon as that BKB goes down, Obsidian is going to tear her to shreds. That is my biggest worry. Haste. Of course, it's Kenshi last. I mean, how many charges she got left on it? She's got... Oh, she hasn't actually... Oh, that's right. She didn't get to activate it last fight because she got seen coming through the trees thanks to the Night Stalker's ult stick, and then just got hexed. Immediately just got hexed there by the Obsidian and then killed before she came out of hex. It's completely shredded. And Night Stalker's going, you know what, I'm just going to back up farm. In fact, he's getting pretty close to a BKB. They might actually grab that before they go to town. I mean, once the BKBs are all pop, like, and once the Obsidian's got the BKB, once the BKB's up on Night Stalker, what are they going to do? What other Diagon, like, what is their real answer? I don't think they've really got any kind of, and maybe Slater.
I'm worried as well.
He's got not much. I mean, he went for the initiation build. He's not sort of semi-carry at the moment, and he's delayed his dash.
I feel even a Night Stalker has a BKB. I feel even the Prophet could go for a BKB. BKB just completely shuts down Queen of Pain, Shadow Shaman. Even Winran doesn't have many items. They are going to look to jump the Prophet here, and if they can get this kill, the Prophet ultimate hits him. That's going to stop a blink coming in from Slater, but Prophet's still in a lot of trouble. Here's the counter gank. OD gets bashed before he can pop the BKB. He's going to get the BKB. Huge ulti. Slater taking a lot of damage from the OD orb, but they're going to change target, take out the Brood. They've taken up 4. Slater goes down. He's got the Aegis. A massive team wipe from Aeon. They're going to get Slater again. And this is probably game over.
How they are just... That is just nuts. They just Aeon just shredded DK. They did not have a single chance in that fight. DK, no, they've called the GG. They could not have played that team fight any better. And Slater going in, I think he got hit by the Echo while he had sprint on. That was just tragic there. And Crystal Man going, you know what, I don't even care now. You've called your GG. I'm just going to pop this to kill creep, move this up. Wow, Aeon just so damn strong. Apparently Pikachu was just way too much of them, and I've got to say, Windrunner just got obliterated in that last fight as well. The DK was all over the top of the DK, the ES was all over the top of it. As gods, you did. You bet on them. And what was it, 10% win chance? You can't see his face right now. He's so happy. Like a kid at Christmas. What was the win rate? What was the win rate?
It was. It was 10% initially, but I think it got up to about 13%. But Aeon causing what I would. That's definitely an upset.
Oh, yeah.
I bet on Aeon only because of those good odds. Definitely, I was betting on DK to win that game. But I mean, what a great play from Aeon. The OD pick, great support play from the CM, the ES. I mean, just all around an overall team performance. Shutting down DK, burning on the Queen and Pain could not have the impact needed. And the Slider at mid, 1 kill, 9 deaths. It's the solo mid Slider not working all that well for DK here, and I mean Aeon proving all the doubters wrong.
Yeah, definitely. Aeon, I agree. That Slider mid didn't really work. I mean, it has the potential to work, just didn't. It just didn't in this case. I think the supports on the Radiant side were a little bit more active on their ganking and stuff like that, and then just the early momentum that the Radiant started to build was just too much. And like you said, that immediate gank on Broodmother was just fantastic. They could not have got a better start. But guys, this has been Gods and Trophy Man casting the GDM. This has been absolutely fantastic. So guys, thank you, and we'll see you all tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow night we have got some match. We've got Dreams, so be prepared to just show up 30 minutes after the scheduled time. No, I'm kidding. Dreams have told me they will be ready. They'll be ready on time.
I've heard that one before.
I see some people in chat. DK were the first announced invited team to the International, and with that,
and Aeon.
There's some doubters in chat.
What an upset. Just...
Yeah.
I should actually congratulate them. I mean, they did say you bet on DK, you lose your tangos. They were sure going into this. They knew they had a plan and they pulled it off. I've got to say, and good thing I guess that my tangos are still locked in. Oh, not my tango. My GG branches are still locked into that Neolution versus Dustbin match, which is going to happen God knows when.
Yeah, I believe Friday.
Friday. Okay.
I believe Neolution's matches are more or less all going to be played on Friday. We'll find out exactly whether or not that's the case, is whether or not their opponents can play those times. But
we need that VOD uploaded ASAP though, definitely. Yes. Definitely, because that is an upset. That is a hell of an upset.
While you wait for the VOD to be uploaded, check out MUFC versus LGD. Awesome game as well. But tomorrow night, we've got some good games. Dreams versus Giggles, Dreams versus Tong Fu, MSI versus Orange, and then we've got Mineski versus Ice. So